guys, I'm Tyler from FA Dealership, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to create and receive a part. So the first thing we need to cover here is what exactly a part is defined as. A part is going to be anything that you want to carry in your store. It might be a part for a boat, this might be an inventory item for your pro shop, basically anything besides boat inventory that you'd like to be able to sell at your store. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to come over here to the 9 dots. I'm going to go ahead and go to Service. So the Service module is where you're going to be creating these parts. And it actually has a wizard that opens up by default that's going to actually walk you through the steps, and here they all are. So the first step is creating a vendor. You only have to do this once, and we're going to go ahead and create a test vendor. And we'll put some information in for them. And I'll go ahead and define that. So obviously you're going to want to make sure all that information is filled in correctly when you do it. And like I said, you only have to do this once. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create Vendor. So the vendor is now going to be available when I go to create the parts. So I'm going to click on the next tab here, Create Part, and I'll create it. So this is going to be exactly what I'm ordering. I'm going to go ahead and look up my vendor. I'll find the one that I just made, and I'm going to go ahead and put in test part for us to look at. I'm going to go ahead and categorize the part. We'll say this one is a boat part, and we'll go ahead and define exactly what category and family it's in. We do sell online, so having the weight is important because that's going to help us calculate our shipping. And from there, we've got pretty much everything we need. Let's go ahead and add a MSRP price as well. And of course, the cost is very important. Let's say that was $5. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and create that part. So now that the part's been created, I'm going to need to receive that part. So the way that this is set up is I'm going to come over here to create a purchase order for the part. I'm going to create purchase order. I'm going to add our test vendor that I've created, and then from here everything's going to be filled out according to what you put in the vendor field, and then we're just going to actually search the part that we just created. So let's go ahead and search that by name. Add that here. And of course, typically you're probably going to be creating a purchase order that's more than just one part. So in that case, you would make sure that you created all the parts that you needed beforehand, and then you'd be adding each one to here, searching for additional parts and adding them. But for the purposes of this, we should be good here. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit Create Purchase Order. Now that we've created the PO, we need to go ahead and generate the order. So we'll see that the PO is going to pop up right here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit Generate Order. This is going to make our order available for the next step, which starts here in the Orders tab. If I come here in the search bar and I look by vendor, I can see the PO that I've made, and I'm going to go ahead and select that. So from here, what I'm doing is going ahead and selecting the amount of items that were received compared to the items that were ordered. And of course, I'm going to allocate the products here as well. So I'm going to put in that we received 1, as we did, and I'm going to go ahead and distribute that part to our Raleigh location. With that quantity, I'm going to save that. And here I'll go ahead and put in whatever shipping charges we were charged by the manufacturer. And we'll say we did not receive a discount on that one. So one important thing here is that I'm completing this order under the assumption that we received all the products. Now you may not always receive all the products on your order with the initial order. So if you do not receive all the products, you're going to add inventory with back order and specify that amount. If you do receive all the products, then of course you can receive it, distribute the parts, and then we're just going to finish off the process here with add inventory. So with that, the parts that you've created are now available to be sold in your store. That's going to do it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.